Hey everyone, this is Troy with Ohio Men's Health. So, first thing we're going to talk about today, this video is all about learning how to safely draw medications and prepare your needle and syringe for an injection. And we want you to be able to do this safely, but also without contaminating the needle so we don't get something like an infection or anything like that. So I'm going to review really good technique on getting these things ready. And again, after this video, if you don't feel okay with things, just reach out and we can meet formally one-on-one. So supplies that you get, things that are going to come from the pharmacy. Here's what you're going to receive. You're going to receive a vial of testosterone, a needle, and then a syringe. And these are all the things we need to use to get ready and prepare for the injection. First and foremost, as you get your bottle of testosterone, it's likely going to come in a little sleeve. It's going to look like a pill bottle. You'll just simply remove it from the pill bottle, and then typically on top of it, there's going to be a little plastic button that protects this rubber stopper here. You can just remove that plastic button, and this is what things should look like, and then you're ready to go. So the first thing we want to do as we get ready to draw the medication out of this bottle is we want to sterilize this rubber top. So I like to use cotton balls, and I get these so wet, as you can see, it's going to be dripping with alcohol and cotton ball alcohol. What we're going to do is we're going to clean the top of this bottle here. And then once we clean that rubber stopper, we don't want to touch it. If you touch it, just clean it again. And that keeps it sterile. So when we put the needle into this to pull the fluid out, it'll keep everything sterile so nothing's contaminated. So I'm going to go ahead and set this down now that I've cleaned it. Now, as far as the syringe and the needle, there's a few important parts to it. If you look at the syringe, you'll see on here, there's two sides to it. There's the plunger right here. Then there's a portion here, this is called the barrel, and this is still inside plastic, so it's okay to touch it. But barrel and then plunger. Now, as we pull this out, one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to touch the barrel because that's going to insert into our needle. And if we contaminate that, we can protect, with our fingers, we can potentially inject bacteria as we inject. Now, here's our needle. And what you'll see is there's a needle side. Then on the other side, this orange side, now it might be a different color, it could be blue, could be yellow, could be red. That's called the hub, and that's where these two are going to join. So as we get ready to make our syringe and needle together, we're going to open these, and you'll see on the back of the needle here, there's these little flaps. What we're going to do is we're going to peel these open, and we're going to expose this hub of the needle, making sure that we don't touch it. So I'm going to peel these back and just hold it in one hand. So I'm going to do the same thing with my syringe. I'm going to get these two flutes here on the back, or these two little flaps on the back of the syringe. I'm going to peel this back and remove the syringe from this cartridge and making sure I don't touch the barrel. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring these together, and we're going to push and apply some pressure, and now they're together. And we've made this now joined and in a sterile fashion. So now what we need to do is we need to draw the medication. So we've put our needle and syringe together. Now, along the way, if you touch the barrel or the hub, just get rid of it. Just throw it away and start over. Don't try to clean it, anything like that. Just get rid of it, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do, I inject 0.4. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just pull this back. So I'm gonna pull back on the plunger to where this portion of this needle and syringe, this little area right there, that little line, is back to 0.4. So let me go ahead and pull it back there, and I'll get it right on there. So now you guys can see I'm at 0.4, so that's my injection dose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove the cap of the needle, okay, being careful not to touch the needle now. We don't wanna touch the needle, and we don't wanna touch the rubber stopper. I'm gonna flip over the bottle. I'm gonna rest this portion of the needle on my palm. I'm just gonna lightly then drive the needle into the stopper, okay, just a little bit. So I'm gonna push that air into the bottle, and then I'm gonna just pull back, and I'm just gonna wait for the fluid to come in. It takes a little while. Testosterone's pretty thick. It's like motor oil, like a 10W30 or a 10W40. It's pretty thick. So you might be able to see on the camera that it's slowly coming into the syringe. And we're gonna just draw back and hold until we get about 0.4 here into the syringe. And it's just gonna be a rough guess. If I've got too much, I'd rather have too much, then I'm just gonna push it back into the bottle. But I'm just gonna keep drawing back, letting that fill up here. And then we're gonna go ahead and looks like, and I'm just eyeballing here, we're at about 0.4. So what I'm gonna do is just push any air out. I don't want any air in it, and make sure I'm at 0.4. So here I am, 0.4, and perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, okay? So I've removed the needle now. And now I'm going to recap. Now, when I put the cap back on, don't push it down. It's common to poke your finger when you do that. So go ahead and just put the cap on, drop it on there, and snap it back together. Now we're ready to do the injection. So what we've done now is we've safely and sterilely put our needle and syringe together. We have safely and sterilely drawn medication, and now we're ready to do the injection. That's going to be our next video that I'll send to you, and I will see you next time.